but you don't see it in your community. You don't see it in your neighborhood. You don't see black men, black older women. You don't see them defending black womanhood.
We really have to love our girls. It seems simple, but sometimes I wonder if we really love our girls. And I say that because I have to admit I'm an old sort of hip hop person myself. And I remember Tupac had a line where he said something to the effect of, do we really love our girls? Do we love our mothers? And that's a very simple question that unfortunately I don't think that we can answer in the affirmative at all times.
You just like sometimes when you wanna just like listen to music, you don't want to hear about all this extra vulgarity. It's just like you want to hear some like good, meaningful music, and it's just like you don't really find that today. And it really affects young women and females today because they think that that's like really the way of life, because people listen to music as a religion. Like people just like on the train listening to music, and it's kind of like because it's like when you listen to music, it's like in your ear, so it's like it's like embedded into your brain. And like if you listen to the lyrics, it's like it's basically talking about like girls exposing themselves and like all the different things. So that's why you would go down the street and just see people wearing like pum shorts and like tight jeans. That's just what they're hearing nowadays, and it's just how it's turned into.
My thoughts on music is the music today is kind of degrading to black women or to females in general, just for the simple fact that women had to fight so hard just to get the right to vote. And as far as history is concerned, it's really degrading and disrespectful to the women that fought for women to be where we are today. And I think that if women recorded the same music that men did about men, that men would not buy it.
I think if women recorded the same type of music as men did about men, I'm not too sure if they would want to buy it, because they'd be like what?
I don't blame it on music, I blame it on the lyrics. Unfortunately, a lot of music gets a bad rap because of the lyrics. I'm not going to say it causes people to do bad or good things. However, it can sway moods. When you want to create a love song, you create, slow ballad music. When you want to create something that's fast, you have, you incorporate more drums and more rhythm. Mood is very important when it comes to music. However, you have to use intelligence, and but I would never blame the music for any kind of bad behavior.
I mentioned that I'm an old hip hop head. It's because when I listened to it back in the 80s, it was a source of pride in terms of a musical genre. Today, I believe that it has been reduced to a money-making endeavor that is built on the backs of dehumanizing black women and black girls. It seems as if there is a formula to hits that reduces our girls to body parts. And then girls internalize those messages. I had the opportunity to speak to a number of black girls in New York specifically through some research that I did there. And where girls really got a chance to really talk about how they felt about themselves. And when they talked about their own images, what they saw as beautiful, oftentimes they would say that they just wanted to have a physique that they felt would be desirable to men. But they seemed sometimes not as concerned about really what are the implications of how people treat them, when that's really their main concern in terms of living up to these images that they see, but really are just a very small part of who they are as a person.